Hello guys, you're welcome to Graphic Design Bootcamp by Tech Anchor, where creativity finds direction. Subscribe now and let's dive in. So let's get started. So we will be looking at Photoshop interface and basic editing tools. As a graphic designer using Photoshop, there are basic tools, there are tools that you need to know how to use to help you carry out your design. So I will just walk you through the Photoshop interface and the basic editing tools, like the tools you are going to need as a graphic designer. Photoshop is very vast. Many people use Photoshop, photographers, video editors, digital artists. Like many people they use Photoshop for so many purposes. But now, as a graphic designer, there are tools that you'll be using frequently. There are tools that you might not even make use of it in Photoshop. If a photographer is using Photoshop, there are tools he or she will be making use of. So it depends on what you are doing on Photoshop. But as a graphic designer, I'll just walk you through all the tools we have in Photoshop, and I will let you know the tools that you are going to need, like you'll be using often. So I'll let you know that. So let's launch Photoshop. So far we've learned how to create new document, how to save files in Photoshop. You can save as PSD, PNG, and so on. So now let's look at the Photoshop interface. What I'm going to do now is to create a new document. Wow, I don't like this. What am I using? It's too bad. So let me use something like this. Okay, I prefer some. We've created a new document. So normally when you create a new document on Photoshop, this is what you are going to see. This is the interface you are going to see. For some of you might see your for some of you might see something like this. Your toolbar may look okay. Let me explain this first. I drop a manual, a design manual. So I drop it. So if you don't have the manual, if you are not on our group, so we have a WhatsApp group that for those watching this video, if you need any help for support, so that group is very useful. So I dropped the manual there, and those on the group, those that joined, I think those that joined earlier, they have it. So if you don't have it, you can let me know in the group so that I will know how to go about it. So I might try to drop a link to that group in this video, to that WhatsApp group in this video. So I might do that. So now let me, in that particular, so we have this. You can see this is a toolbar, canvas, layers panel. So if you come here, this is a toolbar. All the tools you are going to make use of in Photoshop, they are here. This is the canvas and this is the layers panel. The toolbar, the canvas, the layers panel. So we have the tabs where you have the file, edit, image, windows, and so on. So now I like before my toolbar look like this. Instead of if you install Photoshop for the very first time, it's going to look like this. But me, I prefer this. I prefer my toolbar. So just make use of this arrow. You can toggle it just depending on how you want yours to be. I like my toolbar to be like this. So this is a toolbar. These are all the tools you are going to make use of. All the tools in Photoshop, they are here. This is a canvas where you pour in your creativity, and this is a layers panel. This guy controls whatsoever is here. So layers is a topic on its own that we are going to look at. So now we'll just walk you through all the tools. We have the move tool. You can see at times when maybe I have something like this tool is still active. I might want to move this thing, move this shape now. I can't move it because this tool is still active. So I will have to come here and drop the tool. So by doing so now, I can now move this. I can now move this around. So that is the importance of that tool. You need it a lot. When you pick any tool, even if it's a text, like now, I have this tool. So now this tool now is still active. So I have to come here and drop it. So at times when you use some tools, you have to come here and drop the tools. We have this we have these tools. As we proceed, you know how to use it. So we have the lasso tool. This one's for selection. So we have the quick selection tool, we have the magic one tool. Mostly when we are going when we will learn how to remove background from picture, you make use of these tools. We have the crop tool, can crop this. So one thing about Photoshop is there are some tools that you can see this arrow now. This drop down arrow means that there's, aside from what you see here, there are some other tools. So we have this one, frame tool. We have the eyedropper tool. You can see, you use this one to pick colors. We have the spot healing tool. You can use to remove spots from someone's face. You can see how it's being used. You can see now they use it to remove that spot from that particular place. So we have the brush tool, the pencil tool, all these ones. So we have the clone stamp tool, history. We have the eraser tool, gradients, blur, dodge tool. We have the pen tool, the pen tool. As a designer, there are times we are going to create complex shapes. So you need pen tool to create complex shape. And also, if you are into digital art, you need pen tool. Like whenever I'm doing cartoon, 90% of what I'm going to do whenever I'm creating cartoons, I will use pen tool. So like I said, digital artists using Photoshop, pen tool is their tool. You need to know how to use pen tool. 90% of what you are going to do, you use pen tool. So we have the text tool. Now this one now use it for your write-ups. Type something. You can say bootcamp. You learn how to use it. So that is a function of the text tool. We have this one, path selection. Another tool, the text tool now, as a designer, you will need this because you are going to type. So we are going to look at this tool. That's what we call typography. We are going to do that so you know how to make use of it. So another one is the shape tool. Where you have the rectangle, rounded rectangle, like this is a rectangle. You have the ellipse. So as a designer, you make use of this a lot because you are going to use shapes. You make use of it. So we have a topic on shapes where you are going to learn how to use these tools. So we'll get there. We have the hand tool which you can use to, okay, let's say I zoom. You have the zoom tool. At times you need to zoom. So this hand tool now you can use to just drag things around. Another thing is you can press and hold your space bar and it will still perform the same action. So we have this zoom tool, zoom in. If you want to zoom out, you click here and you zoom out. So you can just right click and say fit to screen. So right click 100%. When the zoom tool is active, we can only do this when the zoom tool is active. When you are on the zoom tool, 100%, 200%, fit to screen. If you just want to, you can just tap. You are zooming in by just tapping. Now change it. You are zooming out by just tapping on it. So at times you might want to use the fit to screen. So with this, I've walked you through the tools we have on Photoshop. This is a foreground and background. So all these things now we are going to make use of it. And as we are going to make use of it, you will learn about it. Like the typograph, the type tool, the text tool, you need it a lot. So there is a topic on its own. We are going to look at it. The shape tool, the same thing. Topic because you need these tools a lot. You type the shape tool, you need it a lot. So all these tools now, we are going to look at it as we proceed in this course. So that is it for Photoshop interface and basic editing tools. So this, once again, this is our toolbar, the canvas. You can see now I've started putting things on my canvas. This is the layers panel. This guy controls whatever is here. If I want to delete this, I can come here and I will say delete layer, and I've deleted that text. Let's say I want to delete this shape too. So that means this guy here is controlling whatever is here. So when we are talking about layers, there's a topic. We have a video on layers that we are going to do. So that's where I'm going to explain how layer works in Photoshop. So thank you for watching.